Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm excited about today's video. It is my first Q&A. I put a post on my Instagram during the week, so I'm just gonna read the questions. I'm gonna try and be as fast as possible so we can get through as much as possible. Okay, so first question, how often do you work out and how long for? So if I'm doing a cardio sort of session, it's half an hour to 45 minutes. If I'm doing weights, it's 45 minutes to an hour. And I work out 6 days a week. What do you order when you go out for dinner/lunch at restaurants? This is a good question. Let's first talk about, so if I'm having like a cheat meal, I don't like to call it cheat meal, but if I'm just really treating myself, I'll just order whatever I want. If I'm still trying to be good, basically what I do is I try and stick to the basics. So I try and make sure with all my meals, even when I'm at home, so there's a really good source of protein, a clean source of protein, there's a really good source of a healthy fat, and then my carbs are always vegetables. Where do you find all your inspiration to work out and eat healthy? Good question, Maddie. So for me personally, like at the moment when I need to find motivation, I just know how much better I feel when I'm eating healthy and working out. Like I literally feel 100 times better. So I think I said in a recent video, you kind of need your off weeks so you can see how good you feel on your good weeks. So that's what motivates me, is having those off weeks, seeing how good I feel and wanting to feel like that. When I first started working out, for me it was the aesthetics, so how I looked. So that's kind of what motivated me. I wanted to lose weight, but at the moment it's all very how I feel. I know how good I feel when I work out and I'm eating healthy. How often do you have a cheat meal/snack? So like I said, I don't like to call them a cheat meal. I personally don't like to schedule in something. So I find if you're scheduling yourself for a cheat meal or to eat bad, like you're kind of like setting yourself up, and then you get to the point where you're so dependent on that day. Like I remember when I used to eat completely clean and then I would have a cheat meal on a Saturday night or something. During the week, I would fantasize and think about what I would get. Like it got to the point where I was a bit obsessed, and personally, it wasn't healthy for me. So I don't like to schedule. Like I said, I don't restrict myself. So if I'm craving chocolate during the week, I will have it during the week. I will just make sure it's like my healthy, loving earth chocolate. How did you become a morning person? I remember when me and Tim first met, he would wake up and go to work very early, and I would like sleep in during the morning and go to uni and that sort of thing. And I only really sort of started becoming a morning person when I worked my first like full-time job when I was still at uni, and I had to get up and travel to the city. And basically that was kind of when I started my fitness journey, and I had to exercise before work. So I used to literally get up, I think it was about 20 minutes, and I used to do like a 10-minute workout. And then gradually, like each week, I would slowly get up a tiny bit earlier. But all I can say is it takes time, but your body does adjust. Like your body is amazing, and if you have to get up early, your body will adjust. I would say try and get up just like 20 minutes earlier, then half an hour earlier. You kind of have to be disciplined for the first like week or so, and then your body adapts. You get less tired, you'll go to bed earlier. How do you stop craving yummy junk food? I was obsessed with like donuts and ice cream and white chocolate, and I just found healthy alternatives. And I think in my brain, because I knew how much better they were for me and they still tasted pretty good, I was okay with it. Also, I personally believe your taste buds change completely when you cut refined sugars out. So I remember like fruit was not that sweet to me. I was like, oh yeah, fruit. But now when I have like a banana or something like that, I'm like, yeah, this is so sweet. Like this is so good. So your taste buds kind of adjust and you kind of get used to eating the substitute. So at the start, you're like, oh, this tastes nothing like the real thing and whatnot. But your taste buds do adjust. You just have to be disciplined enough for like the first sort of like month or so when you're doing it, and everything will adjust. When did your journey / transformation first start, and how long has it taken to get where your body is today? So if you actually look like right down the start of my page, I have like my first transformation photo. I lost a lot of weight quite fast, but then I kind of gained it again, and now I've lost it again. And that's when I say like I lost it, I gained it, obviously not the whole amount, but like I went through different stages of my life. So it's not like a straight line, like my body was this and now it's this. But if you are interested, I suggest you scroll right down my page and you'll be able to see my before and after. All right, I'm back. Sorry, my camera just crapped itself. What course did you study at uni and why? So I studied law and I'm currently doing my PLT, which stands for practical legal training. So I'll be admitted as a solicitor next year, early next year. But I don't know, I've always been really interested in law. There's kind of nothing else apart from like fitness and health that I'm interested in. Is your partner into fitness and eating healthy? If not, how do you stay on track when he eats differently? So Tim is into fitness and health. Like he goes to the gym. He's actually really good. Like he won't come home and like eat KFC in front of me, or like maybe sometimes on the weekend. Throughout the week, we have the exact same dinner. Well, we have the exact same like our protein, so we'll have the same like salmon or chicken or anything like that. Then I cook him like a tiny bit of vegetables. I cook my big vegetables, and then we'll just have something different on the side, so he'll have like a different carb to me. He is quite good, like I said, and he's very supportive, so I find it very easy. Obviously sometimes like, you know, he'll go get a Krispy Kreme or something like that, and I just sort of sit there. It annoys me, but in saying that, I'm very content in the way I eat and my lifestyle, so it doesn't really affect me. Like I'm like kind of more annoyed because I'm like, don't put that crap in your body sort of thing, rather than I want to eat it. Okay, have you had plastic surgery? So I have. So I've actually had a breast augmentation, so a boob job. I got it done when I was like 19. So I kind of made a promise to myself, like if you still want it done when you've waited a year, it's not just a phase, you can get it done. So I got it done. I don't have a problem with plastic surgery or anything like that. Like you do you. What is the typical day for you at work? So I'm called a law graduate at work. So I do a lot of like admin stuff, so just like your general like emails, letters, answering the phone, photocopying, scanning, going to the court, filing. Also, I'm super lucky and I work under an amazing solicitor, and she like teaches me everything, like, so I kind of do everything a solicitor would do in regards to like drafting court documents and stuff like that. Obviously everything goes through her, but yeah, I'm very fortunate enough to be in a job where it's very hands-on and I'm sort of doing the stuff that I would be doing when I'm admitted. But yeah, I really love it. I really enjoy it. How did you meet Tim and how long have you been together? So me and Tim actually met through Facebook. We kind of had like mutual friends. Well, a bit awkward, but so my ex-boyfriend in high school, his brother was really good friends with Tim. So that's kind of how I knew him. We've been together for over 5 years now. What type of workout do you do and do you meal prep? So I've been through this before. I do my cardio. I do 3 cardio days and 3 strength training days. So cardio days, I do HIIT sort of workouts, high intensity interval training, and my strength training days are just weights. I don't like do a big meal prep on a Sunday. I might like prep like my snacks for the week, but I meal prep every night. So the dinner I make 2 lots of them so I can have it for lunch the next morning, and that's just a personal preference because I don't like freezing food. What are your thoughts on diet/sugar-free soft drinks? I am personally, I'm not a fan, even though there's 0 calories and that sort of stuff, but I'm more into like a natural sort of stuff. So even though there's 0 calories, lots of those drinks have so many like chemical stuff in them. And also there's lots of studies recently that are showing like your no sugar and that sort of stuff. The sweeteners actually affect your gut flora so much and can give you like really bad gut issues. So I personally stay away for anything like that. Anyway, that's the last question. I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question. I had like over 100 there, so I just kind of picked the most asked ones. If you do have any more questions, feel free to leave them below and I'm sure I'll do another Q&A. But I hope you liked this video and got to know a tiny bit more about me.